my subwoofer box for my surround. This is the same stereo I was talking about when we fixed the pile driver speakers. I ran the power wire from here out to another box that had this 10-inch speaker in there, and that's what I was using for a while until I blew these up, and I fixed these again, but they're in a different video. But I was digging around in my stuff, and I happened to find the original speaker that was in here. I thought I threw it away, but I guess I didn't. So I wanted to go through this a little bit and just see if we can figure out what's wrong with that speaker. And I'm gonna give you a little show on what it actually does, and then you can, between now and tearing it apart, you can decide what you think is wrong with it. So let me start some music here. You hear that rumbling? That's the problem. I just have some free YouTube music blaring through it right now. I have to put something on the back of it so it doesn't break off the cord going to it. But you can hear the rattle in there. So that's what's wrong with it. It's a strange one though, because I can make it go away just by going like this. And it's nothing in this box that's loose, because I've already checked it to make sure there was no boards or something that's just rattling or anything. I can take the speaker out, lay it on its face on a table, and it makes the same noise. But every time I take my hand away from here, it does it. And it doesn't do it if I take the speaker out. Let me start the music again. It was just a quick song. Let me zoom in. You can see the speaker. Try to keep this in the shot. So you can see the speakers bouncing. Let me turn it up just a little. So it just doesn't do it. So now I need to turn it down just a little bit, or else it'll bounce that speaker right out of there. As soon as I drop this back in here and hold it, I'm holding it down tight. Take it back out. So, what are your thoughts? All right, let's get it over on the table and see if we can figure out what's going on with this thing. Well, before I even got started doing anything to this, I looked at it real close, and I think I found the problem. I'm trying to be quiet because I'm recording this with my phone and it's sitting right next to my mouth, so I don't want to yell into it when I talk to you. But I believe this here is the problem. I have a finger on the bottom part of the cone. I'm holding the speaker on the side. I'm holding the speaker like this, so you can see we're looking on the inside, on the bottom side. So I have a finger down in here, and I'm going to grab this other part, the top part, with my thumb, or with my thumb and my finger. And now if you watch right here, all along that point right there, you'll see the same problem I'm seeing. Hopefully my fingers don't make it go out of focus. You see that? That crack in the paper is all the way around the whole speaker. So that is why we're getting that tapping noise. I'll try to move it to a different area and see it again. That's why we're getting the pounding noise and the variation of it when I cover the hole and not cover the hole. And when the speaker bounces in and out freely, it doesn't do it because it's not putting any pressure on that line. You can see it really good right there. That is ripped all the way around. And it's underneath this part, because I can put my fingers right about here, and it's right there. So about an inch in, all the way around, it's ripped, but it's only staying together because this is glued to this outside. So the only thing I can see how to fix something like that is, of course, the obvious thing is to just replace the cone. But I don't feel like doing that. I mean, I probably could later on, but what I'm going to try is I'm gonna take some, I need to find a certain kind of glue. I don't know what kind, but I'm gonna just smear the glue all over the back side of this paper along the whole line. Just kind of go like that all the way around the whole thing so it makes like one hard shell, and see if that holds it or not. It should, because the glue hopefully soaks into the paper a little bit, so it should make it a nice tight seal on all the little air holes and everything through there. But I don't know, we'll find out. But yeah, so that's the problem, and I guess I'll start working on that, get some glue and start throwing it on there, and then we can try it afterwards. And if it doesn't work, then we just replace the paper in the cone or throw the speaker away. I have a little dish of water here, and I'm going to use just ordinary Elmer's glue, because this is what is used for your basic surrounds here. And when I redid some other woofers that I had, that this part all dried out, I had to put some new ones on there, and they sent what was like Elmer's glue, because this is just paper and this is just foam rubber, so Elmer's glue is going to stick to it. And that was probably, I don't know, 15 years ago, and they still work beautiful, no problems at all. So that's what we're going to try here. And the reason for the water is I want to see if I can dilute it a lot more than what it is, because I actually want it to soak in to the paper, because of how it's ripped. It's going to end up drying, like this, but with the pressure of the subwoofer being, forced out like that, being that the center part was ripped, it could actually break the glue loose and start going like this again. So I don't want that to happen. So since I have it like this now, I want to make it so the glue is really kind of wet and will actually soak through the paper more, and hopefully that'll hold it longer, because the ideal, I guess, thing would be is to remove this here and put the glue on both sides. Well, actually the ideal thing would be just to replace the cone, but you know, I don't really see the purpose of it for my case, you know. I have it up loud and stuff, but if it breaks, it's no big deal. I mean, I know how to replace all this stuff, but you know, you always got to try something new. So this is my trying something new job, since this has never happened to me before. So I'm gonna get right into it, and I'll just speed right through this, so you don't have to sit through the long process of it. All right, we got it prepared for the first. I think I'm gonna put probably 2 coats on there. The first one is really runny, so it could soak into the paper pretty good. And the reason I put the paper towel down in the little groove there is because any of the glue that does run down, which it doesn't look like it's gonna too much, I don't want it to glue to this here, because then that might make this rip a little bit easier when it's bouncing in and out, you know. Got some couple trips of whatever I spilled down here. I think it was glue down here. Got a couple of spots on there. Hopefully that doesn't damage that too much. It's water-based glue, so that's why I can water it down, because you can clean it up with water. So, but yeah, that's why I put that stuff down there. The next coat that I'm going to put on there, I think after this dries in a couple days, probably 2 days or something like that, I'll let this dry, and I'll just put the full thickness of it on the next one, and we'll see how that goes. So probably in less than a week, I'll consider this as being done, and we can give it a try. Well, this is going to be the second coat. The first coat, I think I might have made it a little bit too runny. It seems like it worked a little bit, but I'm not satisfied with it, because you can still see it move. I was hoping that it would be a little bit stronger right on the crack. So, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do the full thickness of the glue and put it on there, and let it sit overnight again. I just let it sit overnight one night, and then after it sets overnight, then we'll take a look at it and see if we got to put any more on it or not. So I went around it twice, because it looked like it was drying pretty quick, so I went over it again real quick. It's not the prettiest thing, but like the first time, you'll hardly even see that glue there once it dries, because it's see-through. It definitely won't look like that when it's done. But hopefully this will do a better job this time. I caked it on there pretty good, but like I said, this is a cheap way to do something to see if it works. We'll find out if it actually works at the end. So, hey, so I put 3 coats on altogether, and it seems like it's might hold up for a while. If I can get this in focus a little bit, you can see right there is the line where it ripped, and it comes up here like this, and if I do what I did before, can't see no movement like there was before. I think I could probably go a couple more coats and still be safe, because in one section of playing with it, I could see a little bit of movement, but you can tell that the glue dried pretty good. Here's the one edge of the glue, and the other edge is like right up here. So it's like probably a one or 1.5 inch spot of glue that I brushed down there. But I think I'm going to go ahead and give this a try and see how it works out. All right, we're ready to put this together and see how it works. I got stereo on. I have the computer with the song ready. Make sure that's in the shot there. Connect our wires up. I'm not going to screw this in. I'll just hold it down with my hands like I did before, because we know that works. As long as I hold it like that, it's not going to rattle. Well, this part's not going to rattle. We don't know about that, but alright, let me flip this on. That's on. Alright, let's start the music and we'll crank up the volume a little bit. I'll even zoom in on here a little bit. Make sure we can get this kept in the screen there. Alright. Music's going. Let's turn it up. Sounds good so far. That sounds pretty good. That's about as loud as what we had it before. As long as I'm holding this down. Trying to hold it down. It's the same as putting my hand over the hole on the side. But that's what we want right there. So it looks like the glue did a pretty good job. We'll see how long it lasts. It is glue, so you never know. But I'm happy with it for now. I can listen to some music with some bass in it. Alright, I'm satisfied. This is with it out. Let me just Alright, are you satisfied? I'm satisfied. No rattling. Alright, I guess we'll see you on the next one.